Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac, Repentance, where today we're gonna go up with Magdalene. Mostly today is gonna be a day of, alright, just taking one of two items that I cannot see either of, but also just gonna be a day of trying to do just some stuff really. I'm not really too concerned about the amount of progress that we can make today. I just want to get some stuff out. Because it's already Sunday and this is the first video. Like, this is going to be Monday's video and I still have to do for like the whole week. So we're just going to see how much we can bang out in one day. And that usually means, let's just do some easy stuff. I'm a little tempted by this sacrifice room here. We start off with a full health pill now. With our mini Isaacs that are spawning out of us when we take damage. It's also a little bit more tempting to take some damage here and there. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping that we can get some stuff out of that. If need be, we can take a lot of hits with that full health pill as well. And we can get pretty far into the sequence of sacrifice room shenaniganry with this character. We also have the Yum Heart, so we can take some damage from that as well. There's an item on sale here, which is a little tempting. Though obviously I'd need to get 6 more coins, and I do not currently have a bomb or anything, but who knows? Little Isaac here is actually doing a pretty decent amount of work against some of these enemies as well, which I can appreciate. But of course, rooms like this usually do not help in the trying to get my Yum Heart charge, which is unfortunate. There's a couple places where my secret room could be. I think it's likely to be south of the shop, but it's also likely to be up here, unfortunately, due to the layout of that room. But this room, the layout also kind of points at it, so it's like, eh. But unfortunately, it probably was up there instead, which is an unfortunate happenstance, I suppose. Maybe we can get 5 coins somewhere else along the line. I truly don't know. We're gonna find out after we destroy Monstro here. Perhaps we'll get the pageant boy item, the little pageant crown thing, which gives you a bunch of money. That would be ideal. We shall see at the end of this fight, I suppose. Also, I guess the little Isaacs can get destroyed. I genuinely wasn't sure for a second there. Simply due to the fact that it took a while for anything to happen on that front. But if we can get through this without taking damage, then there is a decent chance I'm going to play around with that sacrifice room a little bit. There could be a chance of getting like a decent angel room item. Maybe we can get some soul hearts out of it. If there's a health up at the end of this boss fight, then it's even more tempting because we're probably going to heal up after we take it. So there's even more reason to try and go for the sacrifice room there. Plus I've already done Hush and Boss Rush with this character anyway, so I can get away with just about anything. I guess I cannot actually see what item dropped there, so let's just take a little bit of damage here until we've at least lost a little bit of health as well. Bunch of nothing so far from the sacrifice room. Really bunch of nothing. That's actually not looking too great. But let's see if we manage to get a health up. There could technically be a magic mushroom in my boss room right now. And that would heal me up to full. There could also be a midnight snack, which is also a health up, so it's like fair enough. I think I will use the full health pill on this floor immediately, just to get the sacrifice room used up as much as possible. There we go. Was kind of hoping for a soul heart there, and we did get one. So with that soul heart, it's actually a little tempting not to use this full health pill just yet, because we got past the point where it would give us an angel room item. There probably could have been we could have technically gone for like the either many soul hearts or much money thing, which wouldn't actually have been a terrible idea, because there was that that item for sale for 7 coins, and it was a little bit tempting, but oh well. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. We have a whole bunch of tiny friends with us right now, and I'm hoping that that's gonna help us out a little bit in the long run as well. I'm not sure how effective these little Isaacs are, especially when they blow up like that. But so far they seem to be surviving and keeping things at bay at a reasonable manner. So that's good. Especially since our movement speed with this character isn't really that great either, so it's nice to have some safety. The scooper is not ideal for the character that I currently am. I think I would rather have the Yum Heart. But realistically, I would rather just have an item that gives me anything. Although the scooper would have been nice for this room in particular, just because these spiders can be a little bit frustrating for sure. But if we just stand in front of the doorway like this, then usually things will work out just fine. Haven't really gotten any bombs this run yet either, which is worrying me a little bit. Bombs would have been very nice in certain situations there. And we're losing our little Isaacs there, unfortunately, as well. Since we've already done Mega Satan as this character as well, I probably will just try and go for Devil Deals and the like, because we have plenty of hearts to use for Devil Deals after all. Hopefully we can get some good stuff out of that. If we can get something like Brimstone, that would be nice. But really anything that just gives me damage or movement speed, I'd be pretty happy with. Even the like Demon Wings would be just a nice thing to have, just to make life a little bit simpler. Having flight at such an early stage in the run would be really nice. But also just the extra movement speed would be very useful as well. So we'll see what we can get, I suppose, in the end. But for now, we are nearly done with the basement here. We still have our full health pill. We can use our Yum Heart again soon. We have 0 bombs, which is unfortunate because I would like to blow all of this up, really. I don't think there was a tinted rock here, but I wouldn't mind getting that sack, really. Plus possibly getting the secret room as well. Need 5 coins for that, unfortunately, so can't buy that bomb just yet. So let's just see. Blighted Ovum. Little bit of an annoying boss with this character, because if he starts running, then you can get in trouble, but hopefully things are going to be okay. Again, this boss would have been a lot easier if we had a bomb drop somewhere in this run, but you know what? We're just going to have to do our best here. So far he's cooperating at least, but you can see how close he's getting the moment he starts running there, and that is fairly worrying. I guess I might as well take this. It's not really much of anything, but I'll take it, I suppose. Death's List. Does that work if I'm in a room? No. I was kind of hoping that it would make these enemies have a little skull above them, but unfortunately not. But either way, I took one of the items. I'm definitely going to take the other one as well. I could really use the damage up at this stage, because we haven't gotten anything out of our item room, so that is going to work out. I'm a little tempted to go for the Beast, I guess, and to just unlock Tainted Magdalene as well, because it is an interesting character. But simultaneously, I'm just, this is run 1 of the day. I'm not going to make things too complicated. We're just going to go to the chest and call it a day at the end, I think. Nothing to worry about. We can no longer get angel rooms unless we participate in some more shenaniganry, I suppose. And the odds of that are low, but not impossible. I mean, we went to the sacrifice room on basement 1, so who knows what kind of choices I'm going to be making throughout this run, I guess. But hopefully we can get some good stuff along the way from this point on. With that 1% planetarium chance, I'm feeling pretty good as well. We finally got a bomb. A Hematemesis, that's not ideal, but fair enough. Lemon Party. It is also, because we are Magdalene and we're starting off with this full health pill, it simply guarantees that that is in our pill pool. So we can actually find more full health pills as well. And that does make sacrifice rooms with this character even more tempting as well. Because it's just a lot more likely that you can get to the good stuff that way. Trying to get... Hey, we got a speed up thanks to Death's List. So actually, that pretty much ended up paying for itself there. So I'm very happy about that. Trying to just keep up with Death's List right now to just try to get a couple more stat ups, but this is an awkward room. Especially with the fear effect causing those enemies to just kind of go to the side continuously. Like, that did not help out at all. But it is what it is. I haven't really paid close attention where my secret room could be, which you could argue was a mistake. But if it is over here, then that would be lovely. But we just got a golden bomb, so we're just about to bomb everything in the nearby vicinity in the hope to get anything useful out of it. Might as well try as much as possible while we have the option, because, again, I'm not really in a rush in this run. I'm just trying to survive till the end, so I'm more or less playing as effectively as I can today. And hopefully that's going to work out. Death's List with golden bombs is not the most effective strategy, unfortunately, if anything happens to die in the wrong order in that sense, I suppose, but it is a good way to clear rooms and enemies such as these, so it does still become a little tempting to do it every now and then. Another pill. Power pill. Not a terrible thing to have in my pill pool, actually. If only due to the fact that you can heal up with that as well. But you can also destroy enemies with it with relative ease, so I don't mind having that around for sure. A little concerned about some of these spider movements, but overall we're managing. And tempted to just blow up everything, like all the mushrooms and rocks as well, just to try and find like a trapdoor or something. Just to make life as safe as possible. The mushrooms especially, since you can get pills out of it, and hopefully there's something good in there. The fact of the matter is also that we got a speed up already thanks to Death's List, so I'm not as concerned about a speed down pill right now. Which does make it a little bit more tempting to just try and go for everything that moves. Because you might get something good out of it. Botfly, well, it is part of the Lord of the Flies transformation, and occasionally it does block a tier as well, so I'm hoping that is going to continue to happen. I would like to blow up my shopkeeper before we're getting into the real danger here. There we go. The fly did stop one of the tiers, so that's good. And not seen any tinted rocks just yet. I have been looking for them. Health up, that's also obviously not bad. Not bad at all. You run into the enemy there for fun. For fun in games. And if we can just fear them into the flames, that would also be ideal. Another speed up? Wow. That's actually really nice. Horse pill. It is the same one as this, so if this one's bad, and this one's just even more amnesia. Don't think it really makes a difference either way. Amnesia's amnesia, I think. Shot speed down, puberty, range down. Really good pill pool. I mean, that's what you get when you go for random pills, I suppose. So far, the health up is nice that it's there. And also, is there anything else I really care about? The full health, obviously, but that one's a given. And other than that, yeah, pill pool is just not that great, unfortunately, but that's the way it is sometimes. Shot speed down and lemon power. I mean, I guess also, like actually thinking about it, stuff like puberty isn't too bad, but it's effectively not that much difference from a full health pill. So it doesn't really make that big of a difference, unfortunately. Where is my secret room? Because I have bombed a lot of walls. And it's not in any place where I would expect... Like, this is where I would expect it to be. And it's not there. It's not over there, either. I have tried this from the bottom side, but maybe it only blows up from the right. That famous thing that definitely happens in this video game. Maybe it's in the big room? Yeah, having a map would have helped this out a little bit as well, I suppose, but... You know, mysteriously my map disappeared. It was an unusual thing to happen, but such is life. Because it could probably be like over here next to this wall. There you go. 2 buttons, always a good time. At least there's a shopkeeper, I guess that's something. I don't recall seeing my shop, but also there has been very little money in this seed so far, so it ultimately doesn't matter too much, I guess. Troll bomb, well then. Yeah, with 4 coins, you can't really get too much out of a shop. Although, simultaneously, we do have, effectively all the money in the world if we just blow up our donation machine a bunch. Health up again. Not bad. Hopefully we got a devil deal, but... I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna get hit somehow. I feel like something is gonna damage me in a silly way. Probably my own hubris. Yeah, that would do it. That's the main thing, really. But fortunately, bombs are very powerful against that boss. We got another devil deal. There is a soul heart there, but it's kind of in a bad place. I could just bomb it, though. My shadow and betrayal. I mean, it's almost free. Which is really the only thing that makes this tempting. Yeah, sure. Let's just take my shadow. And let's just be sure that we don't accidentally drop that into the pit as we move onwards to the caves too. This is very much another run of just wandering slowly but surely towards the chest. And while I was a little bit miffed about my Judas run the other day, I don't mind that so much right now. Mostly because I guess also the Judas run was also run like 3 or 4 of the day, and it was getting a little bit much. But then simultaneously I did start this run off by saying, let's just do like 5 runs in one day and see where we end up. So there is of course a small risks that it will happen again. But hopefully I've learned my limits and will just try to do something during the week, as unlikely as that is with my current schedule. We'll see what... My upload schedule is going to be a little bit weird, I think, for a little bit, because everything became a little bit more busy than I originally intended it to be. And that does have an effect on life, unfortunately. Let's try and kill this one first. Usually that does happen during this fight, so it is, yeah, fairly likely. I think whatever we would have gotten from killing that one second is probably worse than whatever death list might give us here. Having a little bit of difficulty actually hitting the boss right now, but that's fine. The range down pill was actually possibly a little bit worse than I gave it credit for as well, because certain tiers are just barely off the mark, not quite hitting. It doesn't help that this character is just moving around all over the place, I guess. My shadow helping out quite a lot there at the end. Not even kidding. It seemed to do a decent amount of damage there. Did speed up the fight somewhat, so fair enough, I suppose. And we are back to full red hearts, so that is nice. The botfly is actually rather useful against enemies such as these, because only one tier is going to realistically reach me. And those are the ones, like, it usually seems to aim for the one that's closest, so it does have a tendency to work out in that sense. The charger dealing with the right enemy, which is completely luck-based, but it worked out in my favor, so I'm okay with that. And there is a shop and an item room. Soul Heart from Death List. I'm really trying to go for Death List right now, and it's working out. I'm getting some decent stuff out of it. And if there's a Crooked Penny, could be fun. 50% chance to double everything, 50% chance to just remove everything. Definitely not an ideal situation, but you can get some interesting things to happen. Like you can get double brimstone, or you can get 0 brimstone, depending on how lucky or unlucky you are, I guess. Definitely some choices to be made in that front. Hematemesis could be interesting if we find like a blood donation machine or something like that, because we can end up with a bunch of hearts on the floor after giving a bunch of red hearts away. And heal all of that back up, but other than that, not really too interested in that. I guess the lighter might also not be the best trinket in combination with Death's List, because it does occasionally either kill enemies or bring them so low that it can become an issue, so that is a little bit of a worry right now. But I'm hoping that it's not too big of a deal. I could look for my secret room, which is possibly over there. Not over there. I still have 3 bombs remaining though, so for once we can actually try a couple places, which is nice. There we go. Right next to the curse room as well. Blank card. There is an unlockable. Well, that's wonderful actually. There is an unlockable for using the sun card with a blank card. And I think it's just a multiplayer baby. But I actually don't mind trying to go for that right now. So if we find like a sun card somewhere, that'd be nice. But the black candle in the curse room, that's just wonderful. That's no more curses for the rest of the run. It removes the possibility of Curse of the Blind during the chest as well, so we can just safely pick up everything that we see. That is an unfortunate place for a bomb unless we manage to get flight somehow. But we also get a little bit more Devil Deal chance and stuff like that, so it's just positivity all around. That's unfortunate. If I stopped shooting there, I think Death's List would have actually worked out. But unfortunately, I chose violence, so it is what it is. I disagree that that enemy didn't die in the right order, but I guess fair enough. I don't have much to say on that front, I suppose, at the end of the day, but still, since that one already took a little bit of damage and then it was the Black Heart that killed him, surely that one would have died a little bit sooner. But fair enough, I guess. Sacrifice room again. It is still somewhat tempting with this full health pill. I do still have 5 red hearts remaining. So that would have been nice, but not gonna worry about it too much. Instead, let's just wander along to our boss room. Our build is still... It's fine. It's getting the job done, I guess, but I'm not overly... happy about it, I suppose. I hope we can get like a damage up somewhere along the line, because right now it's It's a little bit, yeah, it's just a little, I want it to be yet another one of the hee-hee builds, as we so often say in the field. Just something that rushes me to the end and we can call it a day with relative ease. But there is still plenty of floors left to go, and we've not even reached the depths yet, so there is that. But it's... I mean, it's a range up, which I am a little bit happy about, I suppose, because range was a little bit of a problem area, but... just not that excited about it. That's really the main thing. Couldn't really stop anything from happening there in terms of death list, but fair enough. Doesn't have to proc every time, I suppose, but the more the merrier. I'm a little tempted by the prospect of... Oh, jeez. This one first. By the challenge room, because I think that might be worthwhile. That's, ooh, tier 8 up. That's actually pretty good, yeah. Really quite dependent on Death's List for anything you could resemble a build, but it is working out. It is actually giving me a decent amount of good stuff. That's Guppy's collar. And there's Tears Down, so much for that. But, you know, at least it wasn't as bad as it could have been. And I'm pretty happy about that. Might as well open that immediately. Get one of the bombs to destroy some of that, so that's good. And we got one of our keys back so we can enter both the shop and the item room if need be. Could end up being useful. Not sure how safe you have to play it with those jumping enemies when you have the bot fly, actually, because I do think that if the fly shoots for the closest tiers, it is very likely you're not going to get hit with it, but simultaneously, whenever I trust the fly to shoot a tier, it usually never does, and then I just end up getting a little sad. That's a lot of enemies. I'm not even gonna bother, I think. Am I gonna bother? Yeah, I was... that doesn't count as death yet. Fair enough. I was worried that when that little Isaac destroyed part of that white enemy there, that was gonna be a bad thing, but fortunately, Deathless didn't care. I guess because it wasn't fully dead yet, which worked out. These enemies are a little bit more tricky because of those flies that they spawn, because that does get rid of Deathless. But, this is not a lot of enemies, but there will be. Although it is the green one. And that is a little bit positive, because... Okay, never mind. I was hoping that because he was shooting tears that he was just going to shoot tears all the time, but then he just non-stop spawned enemies at me, I guess. Fair enough. If you could actually die near that wall... There, that works out. Come on. I mean, if I get a hangman card, that would be nice, I guess, but that's such a tease. Oh, that's so many enemies again. Yeah, this list doesn't really work that well when there's so many enemies to work out, but because you don't really want to like dodge continuously. Strength card, I actually don't mind that so much with what we have right now, and I guess I'll just take the 2-for-1 deal right here. But having strength with the blank card is at least kind of useful. I don't know. Oh yeah, and the recharge rate of the blank card is now based on the card you use. So I believe if you use like anything that gives you 2 soul hearts, the charge rate is like 12 rooms or something like that. But with strength, it's apparently not that bad. So that does actually make it a bit more tempting to go for something like Tarot Cloth and stuff like that as well. I mean, obviously it's useful just because of the blank card, so Tarot Cloth is just going to be better. But, yeah, tempting. 5 rooms, so we could restart this floor if need be, so that's not bad. We can more or less guarantee that we get a good build if we just get another floor, really, so that's not terrible. So far, still good on the deaths list. We got a damage up from that. Very good. Sackhead and a card. I mean, I'll definitely take the card and Sackhead as well. I guess I'll just take everything. It's really the main thing I'm trying to say here. Devil card I'm not too interested in, unfortunately, but nice that it's there, I guess. Could go for both of these, actually. I don't really have that many consumables. This will probably change because I just picked up Sackhead. It did kill my charger there, unfortunately, but It's not the end of the world, I suppose. We are in depths 1. I don't think I have destroyed LEVTATHAN. That's unfortunate. I don't think I have destroyed a shopkeeper. I feel like I forgot to do that, so I'll just quickly back up to that. And we haven't found our item room yet either. So I guess I might as well do a little bit more exploration before we move out of here. On the one hand, I'm tempted by the 5 dice room, but on the other hand, I feel like we're probably gonna be okay. Not too concerned about my life so far. I think an enemy just... No, an enemy didn't die. Every time I think my death list is about to end, it turns out I just heard something weird. Which is fair enough, I suppose. This is not too exciting. That's pretty good, obviously. But it's just boring. Like, I just want something interesting, really. But re-rolling Dark Bum. That's a bad choice. I'm gonna make a bad choice today. Game-breaking bug. Hourglass. You know what? Yeah, I'll take that. Just for the sake of getting flight. I actually don't mind that too much. Obviously, I don't... re-rolling Dark Bum never feels good. But, you know... I'm not gonna be too worried about it. Am I gonna take Transcendence as well? Yeah. Let's just do that. Probably should have destroyed this shopkeeper instead of the one I did. Let's try that again. I think one of the purple flame tears ended up hitting the bomb. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe it was the botfly that did it, but something moved it around. Also, look at little Isaac being like a tiny little demon. That's adorable. Very good. Okay. Fallen. I'm actually not going to use my strength card here. Is that an accurate choice? It's not the... No. I was gonna say, like, I'm saving my strength card so I can safely use it during the devil deal in case I need to have that many red hearts, but the odds are I'm not gonna need that many red hearts. There we go. The revenge fly, I think, ended up killing those in the right order. We got another damage up, we got a devil deal, we got a pentagram, which is even more devil deal chance for the remaining floor, so that's obviously really nice. 2 black hearts over here, not the best devil deal, but we're getting something that works, and I can appreciate that at least. But yeah, occasionally you do want to have a strength card so you can take 1 more devil deal. But that's usually only a case if your health is just not so good, and my health is pretty damn good right now. Also, I didn't go into the 5 because I just can't really be bothered. I think with how things are going right now, we are at least getting some damage. My tier rate hasn't increased once because of my items. It's only, well, except for death lists, I guess you could technically call that because of items, but I'd argue it wasn't really because of items. I'm trying to do this in the death list order, but then a fly happened. I'm not even sure where that fly came from, actually. That's odd. But fair enough, I suppose. Free bomb. There's a full card in there, which I could get. This is pretty horrendous of a room to try and go for death's list, so let's just clear it out regularly. But having flight for this room is kind of nice with all these spikes in the middle here. One less worry at the end of the day. And that is wonderful. This is also not going to happen, actually. Just realize what kind of enemies we're dealing with, and seeing all those tiny hoppy enemies, there's no way you're going to kill those in the right order. Definitely not going to happen. Chariot card. I wonder what the recharge of this actually is. 3 rooms as well. Definitely not better than strength, I would say, but still nice that the option's there, I guess. There's definitely not a secret room next to this, so might as well take this. Sure. And might as well buy all of that as well. We ended up... Somehow our item recharge, which I'm not exactly sure why. There might have been a battery there, I guess. Like one I just didn't see, which wouldn't be too surprising. But we now have a golden key, so we no longer need to worry about that. My key count is a little bit on low side, so I was a little concerned about it, but not too much, I suppose. Sometimes enemies are just dying, and I can kind of appreciate it, but it's a little odd. I think if I use this... Wait, the Answers doesn't work with blank card anymore. Like, this just does nothing, yeah. Unfortunately, back in the day that did work, but nowadays you cannot use runes with the blank card anymore. There is another item you can use called the Clear Rune or something like that, which I don't have unlocked yet. I kind of forget how you do it. I think it's Tattoo Challenge or something that I haven't done yet. Might be Purist? I'm actually not 100% sure. But, yeah. I'm just gonna bomb in here in case it's a boss devil deal. It actually is. Not a devil deal, but you get the idea. Probably should have done this when I had my blank card charged so I could use my strength card here for significantly more damage. But you know what? No concerns. I mean, it's perfectly going to charge this blank card so I can use it afterwards, but then there's not going to be any more bosses, which is a little unfortunate. But you can at least see all the tiny little Isaac demons here doing a lot of work, shooting their tiny little tears. Somehow that enemy managed to stay safe, be below the belly of the cage there, but fair enough. Tiny little holes here, so there's gonna be a skeleton hand, but since we have flight, that's no problem, since we can just do this relatively safely. And then the enemies decided to play along with which enemies to kill in which order, so that is wonderful as well. I guess enemies are sometimes dying because of my lighter. I don't even know how I didn't make that connection, but to be frank, it has been a week since I last played Isaac, I suppose, so weird little thoughts are going to escape me from time to time, and that's just the way it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm just gonna use strength here. Just, just to try and avoid that from happening, really, but then he kind of got bombed into me there. Oh, wow, I didn't even see that one. Some good hits from the enemies there. Tiny planet. I mean, it is extra. It is spectral tears. And that's the positive part of it. I will end that sentence there. Don't think that my build can really use spectral tears at this stage. If I had like brimstone, I'd definitely take it, I think, but as it stands, it doesn't seem like a very good idea, really. I really haven't seen any tinted rocks in this run. Maybe I haven't been paying close enough attention, but yeah, it's odd. It's been very lackluster on that front, unfortunately. Ooh, and I'm making friends with all these little bomb flies, which is not ideal for reasons such as that. They don't quite work like the BFF either, like that they explode on contact, but rather when they explode from taking enough damage. So it does make it a lot more precarious, but fortunately that ended up clearing itself out, really. I don't think I destroyed a shopkeeper on this floor, unfortunately, but you know what? Well, that's okay. It's probably okay. Hopefully okay. Not a tinted rock in this fight either. There is very frequently a tinted rock in this fight, I would say, but again, not today. Fair enough, I suppose, but it would have been nice. The strength card is my main source of damage. Strength plus whatever we've gotten from Death's List, really. I am struggling a bit on my movement today, but again, first run of the day. You're gonna have those days. We were going up, right? Yeah, I was. Okay. We were slightly too slow for my boss rush, 30 minutes in, but, you know, fair enough. A little brimstone, though. This is genuinely not bad. And I'm also a little tempted by Sacrificial Altar. But I thought, would that get rid of anything useful? The botfly could get rid of, and that's okay. Let's just do it. Throw caution to the wind. Well, that's several flavors of flight, so that's fun, I suppose. We did get rid of the botfly, unfortunately. Yeah, alright. Let's just get every single flight we can get. We get Leviathan, so that's, I guess, kind of good. It's at least some more health, so I can kind of appreciate that. We got a speed up thanks to the demon wings. We got some extra damage because of the little brim. Little brim on its own is still, like, just not bad at all. I guess spectral tears are actually kind of nice. I just want to say that at one point we didn't have flight, and now we have Lord of the Flies, we have Transcendence, we have Demon Wings, we have Spirit of the Night. We have almost every single type of flight that you can get at this stage, so, you know. I no longer think I need to worry about flight for the remainder of this run. It's unlikely we're going to get rid of it. Having said that, I wouldn't have minded... I wouldn't have minded something that was perhaps a bit more better in that sense. But, you know, what can you do? This isn't little... Okay. Strangely enough, that enemy died entirely rather than in segments, so that ended up working out. Got another soul heart out of it as well, so that's wonderful. Lord of the Flies is definitely not going to cooperate with me there, I suppose, but that's okay. I wonder if this might actually be the first time that I've actually really tried to focus on Death's List, and it is working out. Like, it is quite a lot of little bonuses. I mean, with rooms like this, I'm not going to bother, and I'm not even sure what hit me there. But something did. Also, I'm kind of hoping that I can get rid of, well, that's good. Kind of hoping I can get rid of my last red heart. Because that is going to make the Polaroid a lot better, which is obviously quite nice. This is Bookworm. There we go. I could re-roll these with Perthrow. I don't know if there's really a book I want in particular. Book of Revelations would actually be kind of nice. And I don't really want to take Perthrow with me, weirdly enough, unless... is that true? I don't know if that's accurate. I guess in some sense I would like to have Perthrow for the Devil deal. I don't think I particularly want it for like more than my strength card for the remaining bosses. Emperor though does simplify the chest a lot. Well, so much for taking into my devil deal. Right. And that's a big charge as well. Okay, well, you know what? Womb 1, I'm gonna just hold on to this, I think. And I think the remaining floors are just gonna be Emperor, Emperor, Emperor. is the likely story of that. If we can just retain our health, then that's really all I need. I'm trying to think of a reason not to use Emperor right now, and I'm struggling. Because my health situation is pretty good right now. I guess I could just clear out a couple extra rooms to maybe get some more stuff out of Death's List that way. That's really the only thing I can think of. Why this is a good idea. Because look, we got a bomb. And that's kind of nice. I mean, we did explore most of this floor already anyway. But... yeah, I don't really have a... nah. Well, you get stuff like this. Alright, you know what? No longer regretting it. That ended very quickly. For a brief moment, I no longer regretted it. And then we got one thing. But at least we got a soul heart out of it, so I don't mind that too much. Not sure if I should go for the big room. Probably... would probably work out, but... Yep, definitely should have gone for it. Although my super secret room could be here. Nope. Well then. Yeah, I'm bored. Let's just go in here. It is unlikely, I suppose, that we're going to get the thing. The sun card with blank card unlocked, but it doesn't. Like, if it's just a multiplayer baby, it doesn't really matter too much anyway. So that's fair enough. I'm kind of hoping the door stays closed, because that would give me a lot of Devil Deal chance on the next floor. And it did, so that's good. And also, because the Emperor is a different card, it also has a different recharge rate than Strength, but it fortunately was 4 rooms instead of 3, so it still basically worked out. Might as well go in here, since I have the keys for it anyway. 1 Troll Bomb. 80% Devil Deal chance, which is pretty damn good. I will just check a couple places here for a secret room. But if it's not immediately here... then it's time for the boss, because I don't feel like it. We have decent damage, so that's nice. I will probably clear out a couple rooms on this floor. Actually, just do it on the next floor, actually. I don't mind Cathedral so much. Although it does have those shielding enemies, which I don't love, so... it is a little bit more tempting to just clear rooms on this floor instead, but... I'm not going to worry about it too much. There's my Devil Deal. One of these is effectively nothing, unfortunately. Let's just take this. Hematemesis. Yeah. Alright. So we got black powder, so we can create some circles on the floor, which is good, I guess. We have a large quantity of emperors available. 2 red chests is a little tempting for sure. Also giving this one some money could be good. You do occasionally get an item that's not breakfast. Like a troll bomb. Also, basically, if you cannot see whatever he's dropping, just leave. It's never going to be a good time. And yeah, there's breakfast. That is the thing that I said I specifically didn't want. And I mean, the game does listen. The game does listen to those questions and statements, I suppose, so that's really on me, but it still would have been nice if it wasn't breakfast. Ah, well. Yeah, rooms like these, you wouldn't find something like this in the womb, I don't think, but ah, well. We're managing. Not a worry. Is there a secret room here? Would be fun. Hey! What fun! Very good. Another one with the boss in it. And unfortunately also some ghosts, and also he spawned an enemy. It was just a large combination of things that didn't want to proc death's list there, so fair enough. It looks kind of odd when you use the Emperor card with the blank card as well, but yeah. That's the way it is. For this fight, Botfly would have been really nice, but I mean, I wouldn't have had quite as much flight had I not used my sacrificial altar, so definitely no regrets. This is clearly better in some stage, because now I just need to move a lot. I guess I do have the movement speed now to move around a lot, so I guess it's not too bad. But I did take a hit there. That I could have probably avoided. Well, I guess Isaac's in the corner there when he's teleported away. Never actually noticed that. But thanks to Death's List, we now have a little bit more information where Isaac hangs out during those phases. Oh, excuse me? That's new. Why? Why did that happen? Why did he throw one beam and then come back again? That's actually one that I haven't experienced before. It kind of caught me off guard and I took a hit of damage there, but mostly I'm just using that as an excuse. I took that hit of damage because I just didn't dodge very well, but when something new happens during the Isaac boss fight, that's just unusual. The relic's a pretty good unlock actually, so I don't mind having gone for this today. Some more Lord of the Flies stuff, that's pretty damn good. Just take all of that. D20 could have definitely had some use throughout the run, I'd say, but especially on this floor, you can get some really good stuff. But if we get a Delirium Portal, probably should have actually held on to that D20. Because if you find like a secret room with like 9 coins in it, you can just turn that into a bunch of chests if you're lucky, and that's just items all around. And that can obviously be pretty good. Struggling to hit with my flames right now, but that's just the way it is when you're trying to dodge tears at the same time. My luck is 0. We haven't actually had a luck up this run. But overall, this is not the most difficult fight in the game. No Delirium Portal. I'm done. Yeah, I'm not gonna make that too complicated. I'm not really too interested in trying to get like a dad's key or something to try and do mega save. And I just wanted to do the chest with this character, and that's exactly what we did. That's a little bit more progress on Magdalene, and that's just gonna be the end of the run. I hope you all enjoyed it. Next time we play, I'll do another run as a different character, and I hope to see you all there. Bye bye.